Libby, I'm spinning the wheel.
Do it.
Last episode we did have weather disasters, which was a 538 data visualization played, and now it's out of the pool. We have replaced that with wildlife and aircraft. That is maybe equally as hard. Actually, in my opinion, that's maybe one of the hardest in this data set. So let's spin the wheel and see what we get. I think 3 of these are okay. 3 are very, very hard in my opinion.
Uh-oh. I don't know which ones are the hard ones.
Oh, that's on the edge?
Very close. I think it's NFL Stadium.
This is going to be pretty difficult. Well, it depends on how you view this, but let me open this one up. Okay, they are going. It is 40 minutes. They have 40 minutes to replicate this data visualization, which I will show on the screen. They're trying to replicate this plot chat. This is a visualization of how close an NFL stadium is to a downtown area. So given the bounds of whatever is called downtown, or whatever is known as the downtown of the city that the team is in, for example, the Cincinnati Bengals, they are in what is known as the downtown for Cincinnati, which is the Banks. So that would be located right here, downtown. It is 0 is right smack dab in the downtown area, like Seattle's Seattle Seahawks. Then that would be exactly in the middle of your downtown area. Whereas you could see a team like the San Francisco 49ers, who play in Santa Clara. They are as far out as almost 40 miles away from what is the downtown area of San Francisco. So distance from the downtown area for the namesake of the team. So some teams don't play in the city that is on that they are representing. For example, both New York teams, the New York Jets and the New York Giants, play in the same stadium, but it is located several miles outside of New York City in New Jersey. Similar, I am in Phoenix, so shout out to the Arizona Diamondbacks for letting me stream in this suite tonight. Also, thank you to the MLB media relations group for letting me take a suite.
My first thoughts are, I don't know what any of these are because I'm not a sports ball person. I am able to snoop just fine.
Okay.
So it might be on your side. I am snooping John, where he's got a gorgeous, like, everlasting gobstopper on his screen, which is amazing. It's like super multicolored. Having the distance calculated for you is great. That's your distance from the origin, and as long as you've got a polar coordinate system going, that's going to make sense. But then getting those PNGs to be plotted where they need to be,
that will be
I
the most
have
difficult.
no idea.
That will be the most.
Who are we snooping now? JPS?
We are taking a look at JPS. JPS has created some concentric circles, which is exactly what you need.
Target.
You need the target. That is going to play so much of a factor when it comes to the tan bot here, Libby, just because it is a variety of different shades of gray, and making sure that you have the right gray in the right spots is going to be such a gigantic part of at least one part of the scoring here. John Edwards' screen here, he has seemingly the right order of gray, going from dark to light back to dark, and it actually does look pretty good in terms of ratio. I would say maybe this actually might be spot on. I'm unsure if there was any secret math to this, but it looks like he's got very precise circles here, Libby.
Yeah, it's looking so good. It's looking so good that I'm like, was this original plot done in Julia? Is that possible? Because it's looking real good. We sit here and we watch and we give color commentary, but we are not like in the trenches doing this. This is hard. But I think that I saw Tan creating abbreviations, so maybe Tan was going in that same direction.
Yeah, I just saw Tan have like a million different logos overlapping each other. Let's take a look. Oh, he does have some sort of... This looks like a mix of... This looks like something that I would see in like a spacefaring video game.
Yeah. It's very asteroids right now.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we do have at least directional space.
Yes. And it looks... San Francisco is the furthest out, which is something that we should be seeing.
Yeah.
This logo at the very bottom. And it is
I
somewhat
think if the rotation on these axes was a little bit different, we'd be looking at a really close estimation of our plot.
For those who want to have a little introduction to our players, let's take a look at their intros for themselves.
John Edwards, Spritecoin University.
Tan Ho, Pumpkin Carving University.
Jacob Patterson-Stein, data scientist in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.
Let's take a look at Tan now. Tan looks like he has some scatter, but no circles for the distance legend yet.
Looking pretty good, though.
Not bad. Let's take a look over at John Edwards' screen. John Edwards here. Also very good. He has that angle.
Oh, wow.
Of
the miles.
Yeah.
They're there.
He has the miles, and but it doesn't look completely right in terms of where these stadiums are. Notice that Dallas right there at the top here, Libby. That isn't completely to the west.
He does have cardinal directions on his plot. Amazing.
Oh, true.
They are there.
Oh, John says, question mark.
Julia.
Oh, okay, this is chords work. How do chords work?
Oh.
Yes, I am unsure how coordinates... This is a great question. It does load. He does have 2 circles. And some sort of gradient, if you could see this on... Oh, okay. I just had that negative, like... You know when you stare at something for a long time and then you take it away?
Yeah.
That just happened to me. But he does have this like gradient of color here, chat, which I'm unsure what that's representing. But it also, I don't know if it's something with the data or if it's something with the object. John does have a shout out to us in Paint that says waiting for a package to install. Which is under our faces.
Uh-oh.
He is stuck in loading, and hopefully it doesn't go for more than a few minutes, because everyone has 10 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. 10 minutes and 30 seconds. JPS's screen, who is now adding some points, and I believe this is where he's going to start plotting that latitude, longitude stuff. He does have that legend in there. This is all gray, which is completely fine. All he needs to do is eliminate that legend and make these grays not a gradient from dark to light, but a little more categorical or ordinal. I always forget which one it is.
I think that this is where like setting up a palette comes in, or using a factor so that the gray is random. Oh, no.
That's
he could throw a theme void on there, get rid of everything in the background. Although theme void famously doesn't get rid of your legend, I don't think. You still have to remove your legend, but it's a good one, unless I'm wrong.
Theme void. Is there like a C map grays would be a way to do it, perhaps? But setting a custom color palette is probably the best way to go. And then really like labeling each of these circles and then just hard coding in the color is probably the way I would have done it. But I'm also probably the worst competitor at this out of everyone who's ever competed. So John Edwards, who has an example in Makey, he is working in Julia, of how to, this looks like some sort of facet, and then plotting over facets, which I'm unsure what...
I have no idea what is happening in Julia right now.
There, you know what? Because he plotted the label, the text labels, and he plotted these scatter plot the points in Julia, you might not have the option to replace your markers with images, and so you might actually need another package that allows you to plot images
Oh.
and then overlay those as your scatter. Yes. JPS, it looks like he is trying to... He is copying NFL logos, but I think he might not know, but...
There is a PNG field on the data, right?
There is, so I believe you could actually just access the PNG field and get the logos directly from the data. So unsure how.
Let's go. I'm gonna go check the code. Let's make sure.
Oh no! But that's not
yeah,
what he
we do
needs.
have
That's
a-
not what he needs. He was just in PowerPoint, so he is going to just put these one by one.
Aha!
The last 2
That
minutes.
That's a strategy, though.
That
that
is.
is a strategy. If you can get a transparent background PNG, which is very ironic, Jacob.
He's going for 10 bot points. He's trying to place what, less than 2 minutes left. Can he do this? He needs a transparency of that background and just start placing them down. Let's go over to Tan. My internet connection a little wonky, chat, so bear with me. He
It
is
is all
going.
right.
He's in his console looking through Doc right now. He is in Theme Void, as Libby said, trying to make his base size some value and seeing if he could actually replicate some of this onto that concentric circles that determine distance away. Here's his plot. It's scattered with these grays. It looks like it's the right grays. There's still that bordered white
Wow.
space. It's close. It's not perfect, but it's
Real
very
close.
close. Let's take a look at John Edwards here. Less than 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining. John also has these text labels. He has these text labels, but he doesn't have the actual marker logo images. He is desperately trying to find a package that
1
allows him to
minute
put it on
left.
here. 1 minute left. Let's go over to JPS. JPS actually might be the furthest along than all three right now because he is just going hard-coded PowerPoint mode. This he's just gonna go text and rotate into Google Slides
I'm
right
loving
now.
it.
That is so hardcore. This is the grinder. These are the things you got to do to make the playoffs, y'all. Like, can he spoil Tan's day? Can he spoil John's day? Tan, very close. Look at that with the scatter of the logos on the plot in the right direction. I don't see Dallas all the way out to the west here, but I do see
Looks
San
like
Francisco
Dallas is
down
east,
south.
so we might be a little switched around.
Uh,
Oh my gosh, that's time.
oh, it is time.
We hit time. We didn't realize it. We were busy watching everybody.
We
plot.
were. Okay, pencils down, everyone. Pencils down. Oh, wow. That is time.
All right.
Me and Libby are going to go quiet now. Chat, you voted Tan getting first place for you, chat. And there was a tie for second and third, so we're going to split the points there as we typically do. So rather than 3 and 1, both contestants will now get 2.
This is interesting because we were saying if JPS could siphon off any points, it would cause some problems for somebody, and he just siphoned off some points with a tie. All right, interesting.
Yes. So second, Libby, would you like to say what we came to a conclusion with?
Yes. All right. This was so difficult. Really, really, really challenging. Tan and John got so close in different ways. And we were trying to consider what comes first. The data comes first. The aesthetics are going to come second. We felt like they both got equally close, even though they were both a little bit off in the data part. This was a really challenging plot to plot. But in the second factor, that aesthetics factor, with the background, John killed it. He did a really, really good job. The colors, the spacing, everything was great. So we ended up having that one little edge for John take him into the top spot. John, and then Tan, and then JPS.
So going into this, for Tanbot, we have Tan with 8, John with 7, JPS with 3. Let's take a look at that leaderboard right now. That leaderboard suggests... Alright, so let's just see what they need, and then... so John with 13 points currently, and then you're going to add 7, so that's 20. So he is right on the outside of the playoffs. He needs at least 3 points to get in. Tan with 8 plus 11, that's 19. Also right on the outside of the playoffs, he needs at least 2 points to have a shot to get in. So, whoever, if either of them come in first, I think they're definitively in the playoffs.
84.4.
84-4 is the score to beat.
84.4. All right. John's, please, Tanbot, please.
John...
Oh! That's gonna be so hard to beat.
That's pretty hard. Right now, that would have John going to the playoffs. Tan, if he gets second, he ties with Tony. And then I have to look at the head-to-head. Let's see, what would the head-to-head be? All right, Tan needs to be 93.4 to make it to the playoffs.
Please, Tanbot. No, he didn't do it.
He didn't even get into... He's out of the playoffs.
Oh no, Tan, 83.8.
JPS actually knocked him out.
No way. Oh my gosh, Tan. Your bot has betrayed you.
JPS actually knocked him out.
All right, once again, everybody.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
wow.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, so that is 9, 12, and 6. That means with John, you have now acquired 25 points, which absolutely gets you into the playoffs. Oh, crap. Gets you into the playoffs.
I think that means that Dami is not making it to
Dami
playoffs, y'all.
will now not make it into the playoffs. Tan now getting 20 points, which means he is also going to say farewell to the rest of the field. JPS also finishing strong in his final show. JPS ending his season with 9 points. Also not getting to the playoffs, but I'm sure very proud of being able to play spoiler to
That was
10
amazing.
season. This does mean Tony Alhaber, who hasn't done any coding, any data visualization in the last year, has made it into the playoffs. Dami is knocked out of the playoffs
Oh, just by a point,
by
Dami.
1 point, and now the seeding is set. Kwong, John Edwards, Tony Alhaber. This is R versus Julia versus R going into the finale. Remember, chat, the finale is 2 episodes back to back. They will be doing 2 vises for the most fair. See who does this the best. 2 more times from each of these contestants. Next week, next Thursday, on time, and back in Cincinnati, not here in Arizona, but reporting here from Phoenix, Arizona. It is Nick Wan, my co-host Libby, and we are doing VizBuzz. You can catch this over on YouTube, exclamation YouTube, to see the other episodes. You could also catch us here every night, Monday through Wednesday, my regular stream. You could also check out Libby's Data Science Hangouts. Libby, would you like to tell them where that's at?
Yeah, go to pos.it/DSH, or just Google Posit Data Science Hangout. I work at Posit. I have a Posit Conf shirt on right now. We make all of the cool things like the RStudio IDE, which everybody was working in tonight, Positron IDE that Tan was working in tonight. We make all kinds of fantastic tools to do data science in R and Python. And I'm really happy to be here. This was so much fun. Everybody, fantastic game. Everybody send Nick a lot of love in the chat because it's been a hard day. Nick hoofed it all the way to the stadium to try to stream for everybody. So lots of love to Nick. Can't wait to see everybody next week. And poor Kwong having to do a doubleheader again. I'm sorry.
Chat, thank you so much. Next week, the finale